What's going on, everybody? Schmoop here, back at it again, and I got a question for you. Do you want to get these right here? Any one of them? Do you want to get them? Good, because I'm going to show you how to do it in today's video on how to solo flawless the Equilibrium dungeon. I got you. And a quick shout out to Advanced GG, who helps keep this channel going through y'all's continued support. Go on over there and use code SHMOOP10 at checkout if you want to save yourself a little bit of money and help support the channel and get something out of it for yourself. And now, back to the video. Okay, so starting out here, I really quickly want to go over the build. It's nothing too insane, but there are some key things that we are going to be using here. The offensive form and the impact core are like the only things, and then you're going to want to be using the hyper blade because you can get amplified off it. It's a whole thing. On Civil Discourse is goated as well as any LMG for the final boss. It just completely negates the boss's ability to do tickle fingers on you and kill you. It's so good. If you don't want to run double special, I highly recommend the new Zealous Ideal because it does come with heal clip, and everybody knows how amazing that is, and it's solar synergies. So for the first portion all the way up to the final boss, this is what I'm going to be running. It's very simple. That's just a quick layout of the, mods and whatnot. But when we get to the final boss, we're going to make one slight change. And I was thinking about, maybe doing something else here. But at the end of the day, it worked out just fine. All we're going to do is change those 2 melee resist mods to arc resist mods. That is literally it. And we're going to run 1 solar resist the whole time. This is the artifact, and these are, I would say, the 5 must-have mods on the artifact because they actually help a lot with things. They cause weakening when you have Devour, they give you more damage, things like that. You don't have to use the new armor set. I don't even expect you to have it. I am using it, and this is what I'm using when it comes to aspects, fragments, all the good stuff when it comes to that. The only really imperative part of this, I would honestly say is, honestly, I'm going to say you're going to have to run that specific loadout. So when you first load in here, something that you need to get in your head, Cabal drop pods. And what you're going to do with that information is remember exactly where they spawn in. Because you see where those 3 just spawned up there? If you don't kill these guys fast enough, or if you just, get unlucky, they'll spawn in again in the same spot. Like right here where I am right now, the whole run could be over already and I could have to restart. And in the opening encounter here, on the left and the right side of this bird here, down by the the tree branch on both sides, and then the landing pad in the middle, another Cabal drop pod spawns in, and that's where the walkers spawn in and the Cabal gladiators spawn in. As you see right there to the right is the main spot. Don't ever take a step in any of those 3 spots. Lure them away like I am. So yeah, you can block everything with your sword's deflect. It's amazing. Go ahead, lure them to it, get them to do their AoE, and just stand back and deflect, and you're perfectly fine. I am going to say right here, though, it is 100% important to run into that wall. It's a must, and possibly run into 2 or 3 trees just for good luck. I'm going to let you know right now that is creme de la creme, the thing that you should do. I'm just going to let this kind of play out right now while I'm doing this. The only thing that I do have to say is the audio for this is going to be some kind of copyright-free music, chill track, because I didn't realize that when you launch Spotify on your Xbox while recording, the Elgato will also record the Spotify. Learned a tough lesson today, folks, but it is what it is. Alright, so now that we're coming back up here, I would like to point out that this is just like a normal Renegade ability to where you can toggle it on and off. So I turn it off, I pull out my Getaway Artist and my Arc Soul, and then I turn it back on, and that's how I get rid of his shield. When he's charging up, you use your grenade button in Renegade mode, and it'll do a Force Blast, and that strips them of their shield. That's a mechanic throughout the entire dungeon. So from there, I'm going to take out the Brig that spawns in the middle, and then I'm just going to slowly move on to the next guy or Brig that would be in that spot. And from there, I'm going to make sure to kill the sniper on the side that I'm currently working on. Now, if you have Devour procced and you're weakening on blade hits, it's significantly faster. But if you don't have that, it takes about 10 seconds to kill one of these apprentices. So you have 30 seconds to, get Devour going, go over, kill the closest walker, maybe kill some ads that are pressing you, take out a Scion. You have a good little chunk of change before you have to go on and start killing your next one. If you lose it, you just drive around again and get the whole buff all over again. Here you see me taking out another Scion there because they hurt a lot and you're not really paying attention to them. Now here I'm a little wary because I know right where that tree branch comes down, another one of the Brig/walkers can come in. So I'm going to step back and deflect and let this guy do his attack, keep up my Devour over here and kind of lure him away. And now that he's away, I'm going to go ahead and strip his shield and take him down right here. And when the Glorioses, however you want to pronounce them, make fun of me, I don't care. These guys spawn in, you took care of enough of the gladiators because these are boss tier of the behemoths. And they're the ones that you actually need to worry about killing. So I try to save my super until they spawn in, and then I'll go ahead and try and take out at least 2 of them in the rotation. Sometimes they'll kind of all come towards you and you can take them all out very quickly. Here I wasn't so lucky and I only got 2. Do be wary of them. You're not timed here for any reason. If you get low on health, just run away, pick them off from afar, whatever you need to do and whatever you're comfortable with. I will say though that the Praxic Blade is your main form of everything in this dungeon. So get used to being up close, causing ignitions, get used to the 3 light attacks followed up by the heavy attack to get off the wombo combo ignition with the weakening. Just get used to it. And maybe during this time, get used to flipping back and forth between your force ability with the force push and your renegade side and your regular grenade. So right here, when you come up through and you meet your first group of Cabal, this is actually where you can start heading to the first collectible. And I wanted to throw the collectibles and chests in here just because I feel like not a lot of people do that on the Solo Flawless guide, so I figured I'd throw them in to kind of make it an all-encompassing guide. So when you get in here, you're going to see this platform to the left. I get a little confused because we all know I am not the brightest. Don't come at me. We know it. I know it. I'm not the brightest. It's actually the second pillar right here. Right behind it is the first collectible. Right there, it's just a little purple engram. Anyway, so you leave the intended way you were coming down with this little platform here, and then we just move right along to the first secret chest. Now, a little tip here, I like to use my Arc Soul to get amplified when I consume my grenade. It makes me go across a little bit faster, I get a better jump off of it, and it makes the Scions miss. Because keep in mind, if you stay there too long, the NLS near light speed exposure will kill you. So you need to get across fairly fast and they will snipe you. So again, just proc amplified, get across with your soul. Here is the first secret chest right there on top of the middle room left hand turret. Just jump up to it. And pro tip here, after you complete all of that, stand back when that blows up because that can very easily kill you. I'm going as fast as I can here. I don't want this video to be an hour long. So when you jump down here, turn around, take out the turret behind you. And I found out that this gun is not great for it. The machine guns are way better for it. But if you shoot the glass a couple times, it'll break and suck out almost all of, if not all of the Cabal down here. I got unlucky and that guy was still there, but it is what it is for the second time this video. All right, so here we are getting ready to go down to the final boss, and I'm going to walk you through just one of my rotations and then what you can do during the little health check down there, which is Final Stand. So I'm going to go up to him and I'm going to hold block, and that's going to give me amplified, but more importantly, Hyperblade. And Hyperblade is literally just Eager Edge. It's just a single use of Eager Edge. So that way when the doors open, because you have to wait for a Cabal to come through, I can quickly skate over to it and actually get through the door without missing the chance. Another tip for while in here is those bigger Centurion guys. You can throw the sword at them, and as long as you make direct contact with the throw, it will one-shot them. The throw of the sword is so good and so strong, but it is not the best for total boss DPS, so that's why we don't use it for that. Anyway, we're just going through. I'm trying to get a full, you got to get 4 of the buffs in order to get the tier 2 of Shadow. Sometimes it double stacks and you'll get it in like 2. I don't know why it's buggy. It's still a new dungeon, you know, spaghetti code. Anyway, so I'm going through here because I'm trying to get the boss to spawn again. I want to show you another quick little mechanic right here, and it's not happening. Oh, there we go. So when you have Harrow's Decree, he's going to pop up near you, and you can either force blast and stun him or just back up a little bit and block with your blade, and it'll do literally nothing to you like the gladiators in the first area. It doesn't matter at all if you stun him. It's not going to do anything special. As a matter of fact, you'll actually try and come melee you another 1 or 2 times, so it could actually be more difficult if you do stun him. So just look at him, block, and wait. It's easier. So we're going to keep going through here, and now I have 2 rooms done. And I think for all of these encounters, you have the speedy method and the safe method. I'm showing you the safe method. You do not have to do this, but when I get to 2 rooms, I know that the batteries are unlocked. So I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to pre-set up a battery. That way I'm not trying to do it while all the cabal are rushing in the room and the boss is trying to melee me. While yes, you may lose your shadow, which does make it take longer, it is on the quicker side. And as you see here now, I'm just stuck waiting. So when you get back through the door, go get your Shadow Apprentice and take out the last room, and you'll see emergency subsystems are active. That's when you know to go back to the middle room for your damage phase. Now with this build and setup, there is a combo you want to do when it comes time to do damage, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, a full damage rotation. It is a clean and easy 3-phase. So we're going to break open the first battery, sorry, not battery, but fuse, and open up the hole on the floor. Now, normally when you melee him there with your Darkness Force Blast ability, Renegade ability, it will take off more of a shield, but it doesn't really seem to be working all that well for me. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but as long as you have a battery, it will in fact strip all of his shield. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn off our Renegades, we're going to hit him with our Unraveling Melee, we're going to proc Get Away Artist, and then we're going to throw down our Rift, and then we're going to use our super, because our super gives us damage reduction and it causes Scorch on every kinetic impact, which the Praxic Blade is. So everything there causes more damage, and if we get an ignition kill while we're doing this and proc Devour, he's also going to be weakened. And add all of that together, we're going to be doing really respectable damage. It's nothing crazy. It's not like a 1-phase with Chaos Accelerant or crazy things, but it's doable. And it's a guaranteed safe 3-phase. And that's what I like about it. It's consistent. There's no, during damage, you have to try and get a kill. There's nothing. It's just easy, clean 3-phase. So after you get into the final stand here, give them a second, let them run through, and then go in. Take out all 4 of the turrets first because they will destroy you. And by the way, do not stand on the ledge as seen in that last short I made. He will just fling you off it. So you're going to get in here and you're going to do his final health gate check. If you don't do it, there's a fuse right to the left of where I currently am that opens up the door in the middle of the floor. And also if you have a full stack of darkness, so tier 2, there are fuses on both the left and the right side that you can use to also break more of a shield to speed it up. If this happens, by the way, it happens quite a lot. Just wait. That's all you have to do. You don't get full tier 2 for some reason. It gives you 3/4. Just let it run out and then you can get full tier 2. It's really stupid. I don't know why it's bugged like that, but it is. I no clue. Anyway, so there's that box, and finally that box that you have to hit with the blast, and it'll activate that battery right there. There's the fuse, and then that box, and that box will trigger that battery right there if you want to speed it up, or you can make them fall down the hole 3 times. That's completely up to you. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to activate the lever, and we're going to get ready for the coolest moment in this dungeon, and in Destiny history, this is up there, honestly. That's so good and so clean. All right, anyway, we're going to jump, swipe, fall a little bit, jump, swipe, fall a little bit, and then jump, and we can easily make that gap. If you try and use just your full jump, you'll probably fall off and die. Don't do that. It's a pretty far jump, and this is a cool space box like area there. But I'm a little dumb here. This is where Collectable 2 is. I go the wrong way because I had a good feeling about this run, and I was focused more on the run than doing the collectibles. Terrible YouTuber, I know. Come at me, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, the next collectible is actually right back behind that ship right there, like where you see its engine on the farthest side is right behind that on a box laying there. So you want to use this platform right here. You can see a platform to the left of that dark area. You jump up on that, jump on that platform, and then you come over and you climb up these ships here. Be careful not to hit that pole right there on the way. It has a large hitbox, but anyway, it is just right behind that ship right there. You pick it up, go back, and then come over here. You'll see it when you get over there. It's pretty obvious. I'm just stupid. Sorry. All right, moving right along, good God, I can't even speak, to collectible 3. So when you jump down, just come to the right here, and it's going to be around the corner, tucked in the back, and that will be the final collectible of the dungeon. And then to leave, we're just going to go back to where the hole is that we came down. And on the opposite side over here, we're going to go through, make a right, and then a left. And then on the left, you're going to see the middle room, and we're going to take out the opposite hand door, and we'll be right through. Now, for the second, and what I believe is the final secret chest, we're going to take out the 2 annoying scions, and right here is going to be the most non-secretive secret chest that I think Bungie has ever put into a dungeon. Just, that was like so hidden, it's crazy. Gotta drink some advanced GG right there, because man, my throat is killing me. Anyway, so kill these 2 guys, make sure they don't boop you off, and again, you can do this the speedy way, or you can do this the so-called safe way. I'm going to show you the safe way because it's what I like to do on my solo runs, just to make sure that I'm not risking anything. So this is the route that I like to take. The one on the opposite side is a little faster, but it is also riskier and harder to do. This way, I just come up here, I snipe the 3 scions with the uncivil discourse because the range on this thing is stupid. And then I have enough time to fall right back down with 10 seconds to spare and kill these guys to refresh the buff. And again, they just keep respawning. So even if like you miss or don't kill them, just wait a second and more will respawn. Like I just killed both of them and look, there's already another one respawning. So yeah. And then from here, I'm just going to go back up the same path I went and showed you which box in case you get a little confused on the route. It's not that hard. All right, an important note right here. Wait for the door to open all the way. I got impatient one run and lost the run because I jumped too soon here and the door just pushed me out of the way. Don't be stupid like me. I encourage everybody to actually pay attention. All right, so here we are in the final boss room. All right, so here we are. He's getting ready to do his tickle fingers, and where is it? See the lure, the dark is one of the timers at the top. Then you have your gathering shadow timer that happens when you hit tier 1. Gladiator is to my left, and boom, there is the tickle fingers of death. We're going to go ahead, knock those out, and now we're safe for a little bit. Now you need tier 1 to strip the gladiators of their shell. Oh my God. Tier 1 to strip the gladiators of their shields. You need tier 2 to turn off the hanging pillars of electrical death that definitely didn't ruin 2 of my runs. And then you need tier 3 in order to make these guys subject to your will. And that is very important because I hate when it doesn't give me a full bar. These little pools are annoying. Anyway, so if you're soloing, I'm going to go ahead and recommend to convert or compel, as it's called, every single one of these, all 5. Because you see how there's a different color to his health bar down low? That is the health gate that you need to hit for him not to fill the room with electricity and make your life significantly more difficult. Now, I managed to do this run in 4 phases because I really messed up 2 of my damage phases. and I got the Zappy Pillars of Death. So it is possible, just saying it is a whole lot harder on yourself if you do that. So you want to compel 1, maybe even 2, and when you get back, get ready because you have about 4 to 6 seconds, and then he does the tickle fingers immediately every time you get teleported in, and then you have some time, about 30 seconds, and he will do the tickle fingers again. It's usually 2 every time you get teleported in here until the last time when I say you should turn off all of the pillars, then it's going to happen a few times, but there is a different rotation for that. So I'm just going through, keeping Devour up, getting ready for his little tickle fingers. Boom, there it is. And you cannot out heal it. I mean, you can out heal it for a good bit, but it doesn't matter what you stand in. It does more and more damage over time the longer it goes on. So you can't outlive it forever. So I'm going to compel this first one in the middle because when you do that, every time you come in here, there is a well right where you spawn in. And that is huge for keeping the rotation up. So I highly recommend the first one you compel is the one in the middle, because now I'm already at 2. And if I was lucky and there was another one right next to me, I could also compel this guy and get 2 in one run, which is huge because normally they're so spread out. When you're doing a solo flawless, you're only going to get to compel 1, which isn't great. I have like just enough time to get up here, but I don't think I'll have enough to get back. And a huge thing to remember about this is if you're okay with dealing with all of the electrical pillars, like just all of the stupid pillars that zap that are hanging from the ceiling, you can kill them to make this go a lot faster, but it's also going to be a lot riskier. And again, that's the whole premise of this dungeon with the light and the dark. It's also really balanced between going fast and risky, or, you know, slow and fairly safe. And for this, I'm just showing you all the safe routes because as long as you stay calm and you just go through, keep a level head, use this build, do the right damage rotation, all the bosses are, it's a 3-phase. It's just a comfortable 3-phase. You're going to be chilling. So again, we're going to get in here. We're going to take out his hands. Every time you kill a gladiator, one of the orbs in the middle becomes destroyable. And every time you compel a guy in the other world here, one of the orbs in this world become destroyable. So that is another thing to keep in mind. Once you do all 10 of them, the damage phase will start. And it'll always be in the light side. You're never going to have a damage phase in the dark side. But keep in mind, like if you destroy all the lights and then come destroy all the darks, you're going to get teleported into the light and immediately start the damage phase. But if you destroy all the darks and you wait to destroy them in the light until last, then you can control kind of better when the damage phase starts. So I'm going to skip ahead and show you the easy route to get to the one on top. All right, so now that we're here, I'm going to show you how to get to the one at top. So when you spawn in, get the one in the middle to max your timer, and for some reason that didn't count. Thank you so much, Bungie. And directly behind the obelisk, if you blast this one, it'll give you a clear path to go just straight up to the one on top, because sometimes it's a little tricky to find the other one because there's 2 ways to get up here, but this is the only one that ever is consistently in the same place. The other one just, it's like a random trigger. I don't know if it's the wrong trigger and it's bugged, or if it just doesn't always spawn and it's bugged. I have no clue. There's some weird spaghetti code in this game as usual. But yeah, so now that I have all these in the dark, you want to aim as terribly as I am because it really adds to the experience of panic in your heart when you're going for a solo flawless. And now that I have all of them destroyed, I will never go back to the dark side until after the damage phase. Like, there is no way for me to go back to the dark side. I won't be teleported there. I won't get anything. I won't be able to traverse there. So I'm going to go through, kill the gladiators, and now I'm going to start turning off all of these turrets. So there's one back here, and those are the things hanging from the ceiling. You can see that one right there to the right. It's now in front of me to my left, straight ahead. The glowing boxes on the walls and up in the ceiling and the one on the floor is how you turn them off. So when damage phase starts, they're not surrounding you with lightning to begin with and make your whole life just that much harder. So you get about 2 of them done, and then you should re-up the buff in one way, either by killing a gladiator or taking out the little flamethrower guys. Both are equally as important because both can sling you off the map. But here I'm just going to take out the gladiator, I'm going to go for 1 because that took a while trying to keep in time with the tickle fingers. And then I'm going to wait right here because his hands are charging. Yep, there it is. Going to take that out, and now I have time to take out 2 more if they're close by, or 1 and re-up the buff. I want you to keep that in mind. It's like either take out 2 that are close by, or re-up your buff, take out 1 and wait for the tickle fingers. Like, those are the best ways to keep this rotation going. It's what I would call the safest, because you're kind of keeping everything at one steady momentum, like one steady pace. So there he is again with tickle fingers. I'm going to go ahead and force blast that one away. And sometimes they blow apart instead of turning off. It's really jank again. Jank will kill you in this dungeon, but that's kind of to be expected here. So I'm proccing, making sure I'm getting my Devour, kind of just waiting things out here. I'm reprocking my Shadow buff because he will be tickling soon. His hands are starting to glow with electricity. Yep, there it is. So 2 shots from Uncivil, or like 5 shots in each hand from the machine gun do it. They're both the fastest way of doing this. I'm going to go over, strip this guy of his shield because I just took out his tickle fingers. And now we should be pretty good to go. Just do a double check, make sure, there's no pillars that are going to be causing you any severe problems. And then we're going to go ahead and make sure our Devour is up, make sure we have our grenade ability. Deproc his hands 1 more time because it'll make him wait a little bit longer the damage phase to do it. And try not to die to dogs like I almost just did here. And we're going to do the same thing that we did for the Gladiator boss. We're going to melee, we're going to use Unraveling, we're going to go ahead and proc our Getaway Artist, we're going to use our Rift to get a Helion, and then we're going to go ahead and proc our Super. Now remember what I said about messing up? This is one of the spots where I messed up here. I didn't have my Rift ready off the bat. I should have waited another couple seconds for it, but because I didn't, I had to use part of my super for it, which right here I was at risk of dying if the lightning would have came down any sooner. So keep that in mind. You want to kind of make sure you have your Rift, your melee, and your grenade ability ready, as well as your super going into damage phase. And once you start damage phase, you want to use your melee, you want to proc Getaway Artist, you want to use your Rift, and then pop your super, and then go in and just light, heavy over and over again with your Praxic Blade. And again, if you're about to run out of your super, the timer is about to run out, and your health's starting to get low, use that last little bit of super to proc another healing Rift, and then get out of there and destroy his hands, and you just completely reset everything. Alright, so I already started clearing some of them up here, but this is that little bit of the health gate that I missed from before. And as you can see on the other side of the arena, I already cleared up this side to be able to do it, but you see how they're just non-stop shooting lightning? All you have to do is build up your Shadow Master and blast these, and they will go away, and I highly recommend clearing at least half of the arena before you get ready to do your damage phase. And as you see here, I have all the blights ready to go. I'm not being teleported. I have everything set. You kind of just want to bounce around the outside, destroy his tickle fingers, and do your best to survive if this happens. Like, don't really worry about killing anything near the lightning. Just stay alive and maybe try and keep the buff up. But it's not like the most important thing, because you can get free buffs in the Shadow Realm, and that's kind of how you can get 2 of them. Come back here, turn off the lightning, and kind of like exponentially get yourself out of this terrible situation. So right there, I'm going to go ahead and destroy the last one, and I'm going to get ready for the rotation here. I'm going to proc Getaway Artist. I'm going to go ahead and use my Rift because I'm almost dead, and skip the Unraveling because he doesn't have as much health left. And we're just going to go in, and this is it. That's the end of the dungeon. It's pretty fun, the solo flawless. Once you get past the jank, learning the mechanics, they're actually fun. Like, genuinely, I would put this up there with, like, Grasp of Avarice and, like, levels of fun. I really, really enjoyed it. Same with Warlord's Ruin. Like, this is a fun one to solo. You can run past most of the enemies, so you're not going to get bored of it as you're learning and practicing. Yeah, if y'all have any other tips, leave them down below for everybody else to read. That'd be awesome. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.